Bit white. Human. Been putting off making this for a while, haven't I? A bit. Oh well, never mind, no more. I failed. In case you haven't noticed, VEDO is done, VEDO is finished. I can't do it. I really did try, but I just couldn't. It just wasn't working. It just didn't feel right. The other day I got a comment, I'm not gonna tell you what it was. It was a very articulate, very well-written comment that basically cut right to the core of every insecurity I had about myself. And to be frank, it shut me down. I saw it at 1:30 in the morning and I didn't sleep until 5 because I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop going over and over in my head how right I thought it was. Back at the start of the year when I did a video every day in April, I did it because I'd just gone full-time and I really wanted a challenge. I really wanted to push myself, think outside the box, and just make some fun content. And I had an amazing time. I was really proud of it, and I think that came across. I think that people could sense I was having a lot of fun and were subsequently having fun themselves. And it went really well for me on a number of levels. So I decided I'd try and repeat that in August, and then that failed. And I thought, no, sod it, I'll pull myself out of this funk by doing it again in October. But the truth of the matter is my reasons for doing it in October were completely different from my reasons for doing it in April. Rather than a new, exciting, fresh challenge, this time around, it worked then, it'll work again, try and recreate the magic. That didn't happen. It was a far more calculated decision. And as such, all of the pressures that come from doing a daily project, rather than being fun and exciting, became like this huge weight. In April, when I couldn't come up with an idea, I'd sort of just roll with it and make something. There was a fun in just talking and then seeing what happened in the edit. And I kind of thought, oh, it'll be fine in October, that same feeling will happen. But instead, what happened was, I would sit down knowing I didn't know what I was gonna make. I would start talking knowing I didn't know what I was gonna make, and then I would get to the edit knowing that because of that, it was gonna be rubbish, and then I would upload it anyway. And that is the antithesis of every philosophy I've ever had with content making and who I want to be as a person who creates. As long as I've been on YouTube, people have asked me how do they start a YouTube channel, and my answer has always been don't unless you have something to say. And I didn't have anything to say. I was grasping, I was reaching, and I think you could see that. I think you could tell that, and I think that's why people didn't want to watch the video. So I've stopped because I'm not gonna get into the habit of putting out content that I'm not happy with for the sake of putting out content. That sounds rubbish. When what I would much rather do is take a bit of time and put up something that I'm really proud of, that I know is gonna make people happy because it made me happy. The day after I got the comment, when I was feeling absolutely low, I was talking to Hazel about it, or rather trying to, because so many things were going on at the same time. And she was like, if you don't want to upload a video, don't upload a video, don't worry about it. And I said, I can't do that because otherwise I'm a failure. And that hurt me to say out loud, so I went off and hid in my room for a bit, and she came and gave me a cuddle. She did everything a good friend should do. She told me that it's okay and that I shouldn't worry and that I am certainly not a failure. And I did everything that someone in my position would do, which was completely disregard her words. And then I went for dinner with another friend who agreed with Hazel. So maybe they're right. So I've taken some time to think, which arguably is unhealthy for me. And where I've arrived is that failure in and of itself doesn't define failing. It doesn't really define not achieving. What does define it is how you react to it. And I'm gonna go away for a bit. Still gonna upload PMS, and occasionally I'll upload a video if I get an urge, but I am really gonna take some time to think about who I am, what I'm doing, and then I'll be back